Good morning. Pastor Mike, Ascension Lutheran Church, Wichita, Kansas. Wow, have the cases of COVID-19 exploded across the United States. This pandemic almost parallels the 1918-1919 Spanish flu pandemic, with the second wave infecting more people in a wider geographical area than the first wave. Fortunately for us, since spring, the medical people have learned a lot on how to treat it, and so the infection rate is sky high, but the mortality rate so far is less than in the spring. What amazes me, though, are that some states are canceling Thanksgiving, the most unique of American holidays, the first among the few nations that sets aside a day to thank the Creator God for His providence and blessings. States like New York, California, Washington, Oregon, and New Mexico, and what do these 5 states have in common? You guess, have told their people not to gather in person this Thanksgiving. No family gatherings. I'm using side at the Geico radio commercials that talk about the sounds of the old days, and they play sounds like fans cheering at a football game or kids playing in a playground. There's even one where the fan is crawling over people in a sports arena to get to the aisle because he has to use the bathroom. The catch is that these sounds of the old days was just last year, 2019. How things have changed. Thanksgiving has historically been the busiest travel holiday for airlines and automobiles. Thanksgiving and family gatherings just go hand in glove. Not this year. Many people, out of an abundance of caution, are staying home, and those with fragile health conditions, I don't blame them one bit. After spending Thanksgiving last year with our children in Memphis, Tennessee, this year it will be just me and my Lord, Diane. While not spending Thanksgiving with family may seem strange for some people, it's a normal occurrence for pastors' families. Growing up a PK, we never spent Thanksgiving with relatives, and with 3 sisters and no brothers, I had to make my own fun. I usually went rabbit or duck hunting or scouting for deer. Holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, were just our family. Likewise with my immediate family, whether it's at seminary in North Carolina, in Tennessee, or here in Wichita. Until last year, it's just been our immediate family for Thanksgiving. So family gatherings for the holiday is not the experience of a pastor and his family. But still, you make do. At my first parish, St. Paul Lutheran Church in Havelock, North Carolina, almost everyone in the congregation was away from family. Since most of the members were either active duty military Marines at Cherry Point Marine Corps Air Station or federal workers employed at the Naval Aviation Depot on the base, we were from all over the country. So we created our own families and gathered together, sharing food as if we were family. That's what you do. This reminds me of Matthew 12:46-50. While Jesus was still speaking to the people, behold, his mother and his brothers stood outside, asking to speak to him. But he replied to the man who told him, "Who is my mother, and who are my brothers?" And stretching out his hand toward his disciples, he said, "Here is my mother and my brothers. Whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." This was Jesus' immediate family wanting to see him. He was so busy teaching and healing that his own family had to wait in line to see him. His mother and brothers sent word that they would like to speak with him. Jesus took the request and asked, "Who is my mother and brothers?" It's not that Jesus didn't know. It's that Jesus wanted to make the point that he had come to redefine what family meant in the reign of the kingdom of heaven. As believers in Christ, you and I belong to a much greater family. We have myriads of brothers and sisters. As Jesus says, whoever does the will of my Father is my brother and sister and mother. Jesus redefines family from bloodline to belief line. We all share the same Father, Yahweh. We share the same Mother, the Una Sancta, the Church with a capital C. By baptism, we have been adopted into a family that has no end. Even death cannot separate us from this family. That's what we did in Havelock. We were a family of faith that shared the holidays together. God created a family for us when we had no blood family present. Of course, technology has changed tremendously since that time. I mean, we were just starting to use Apple II computers and saving things on a 5 1/4-inch floppy disk. There were no cell phones for public use. Today, we can Zoom or FaceTime and call long distance without paying extra. A teen watching this may ask you, what does that mean, paying extra? There are many ways to connect with family this Thanksgiving other than in person. However, we instinctively know face-to-face is so much better. And so it is with the family of faith. We can gather online, watch video for worship, see it live streamed. But we do miss the fellowship of face-to-face. There is no more important connection than with the family of God, adopted by grace, written in the book of life, inheritors of the kingdom of heaven. So even though you may not be meeting as family next week, there is still so much for which to be thankful. As you join us either in person or online for worship next Wednesday, 7 p.m., don't forget to thank God for your eternal family, both those in heaven and those with whom you still sojourn here on earth. I pray you have a happy Thanksgiving next week and have a blessed day today.